Today we're gonna be learning about why fentanyl feels so good. It's a bit of a random one, this one, I'm not gonna lie. But shit, man, let's be civilized gentlemen about this and learn about why we should not do drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because you might become a fent addict tomorrow. Who knows what lies ahead. Another thing, if you do fent, you're just a bitch, bro. Pure bitch. But respectfully, bro, that's how it is. Like, you gonna be working a 9 to 5 in the back like this. Like, be dead ass, bro. I'm just trying to look out for y'all, man. So let's watch this video and hopefully learn why we should not do fentanyl.
Fentanyl must be amazing. Loads of people give up on everything that makes life good for it. Their loved
I won't really say amazing now. This should be ruining lives.
ones, any other possessions or pursuits, homes, their dignity, and even their lives. But actually, fentanyl is garbage heroin, inferior in every single way but one.
Yo, bro, what? So far, all this narrator's been doing is praising drugs. Either he's a drug user or a drug dealer. I'm onto him, bro.
It's the perfect drug for dealers. And while we hear a lot about how deadly fentanyl is, many people it kills are not even fentanyl addicts. It's truly the dumbest drug to ruin your life for.
That's true.
Let's learn what fentanyl does to you, what it feels like, and why it's so much lamer than heroin.
I bet.
Pain and pleasure. Maybe the two most important forces that guide our survival are pain and pleasure. Pain may be the most visceral physical experience. A claw ripping your flesh, a bone cracking, rejection eating your soul. Pain can be scary and
What does all this have to do with fentanyl addiction?
unbearable. It's the strongest signal our bodies have to make us avoid harm. Pleasure is what makes life good because it feels, well, amazing. Eating things that are sweet or high fat, having sex, or opening another booster pack with your friends. Anything that makes you feel pleasure makes you want to do it again.
Yup.
These two opposing forces guide you through life. Pain shouts, "Stop, this is bad." Pleasure cheers, "More, do that again."
So this is like a angel and devil on your shoulder type situation. So this is probably how atheists look at it. Yo, I truly despise atheists. Like, real talk, just make it easier for yourself and call it angel and devil.
But while they are opposites, they're also linked. Sometimes our body needs to end pain and create pleasure at the same time. After giving birth, pain gets toned down and the mother is showered in happy hormones so she can bond with the newborn child.
Type shit.
During an intense hunt, the hunter forgets the physical exhaustion and minor injuries. Both are technically
what's
not
that?
great
Adrenaline.
experiences, but need to be repeated for our survival. And nature invented a powerful mechanism to achieve this: the mighty opioid receptor. It's like a keyhole on the neurons that control pain and pleasure. If activated, it reduces
Yo, gang, what are we learning about right now? I thought we were about to be learning about drug use and fentanyl. Imagine asking your addicted friend like why he does drugs, and then he starts breaking everything down in exact detail just like this, talking about some opioids.
and how much you care about pain, and it creates pleasure and good feelings. The details are complex and not relevant for this story. What you need to know is that any molecule that can fit into an opioid receptor like a key is called an opioid. Opioids are extremely powerful, so when your body uses natural opioids like endorphins when you laugh, it releases only a tiny amount, exactly
I
where
learned
they're
about this
needed.
in health class, man.
So the effects are mild and localized. Your sprained ankle feels better, a painful memory subsides, you get a boost of happiness meeting an old friend. And now we're getting to drugs.
Oh,
Humans
goddamn.
found opioids in nature like morphine and were quite taken by them. They got refined into a whole family of drugs used in hospitals and to relieve patients that are in immense pain.
See, why couldn't we keep it this way? Like, just for medical uses. Y'all turn this shit into a drug.
Codeine, OxyContin, Vicodin.
Alright, codeine. What is codeine? Because I've only heard this word in rap songs. Literally.
OxyContin,
Oxy, yup, it's another one that I've only heard in rap songs.
and of course, heroin, and the worst of all, fentanyl.
Yes.
Before we can explain why fentanyl is the most garbage drug, we need to do something fun. Let's inject some heroin together.
Yo, what? Dude, I clicked on this video so I can know what not to do. And the narrator's just in here promoting drugs. Like, come on, bro, this isn't right.
Ready? The supernova of pleasure. Heroin rushes through your entire body and flips
shit.
every opioid receptor it finds. A rapid cascade of things happens everywhere all at once.
And that shit swept her off her feet. That shit was so nice that she's floating.
A symphony of intense sensations. Every cell regulating pleasure is now high. Without their control, floodgates of happy hormones open and fill you up top to bottom with pure bliss. A cup of coffee, a nectar of joy. This song you like, a celestial symphony. A cuddle, pure love.
Yo, we might have to try Fent. Or was it heroin? One of those two. Hey, God forgives, bro.
From the center of the universe. Wherever you felt pain before, from wounds or aching joints or menstrual cramps or loneliness or self-loathing, it's gone now. You are simply unable to feel pain or care about it anymore. Like dimming the lights in a cozy room, your brain's alert system is put to sleep and you feel at ease, warm and serene.
That's what it wants you to think. Like, come on, bro. You think I was really being for real? Are you dead ass right now? Me? Fuck out of here, yo.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Talking about heroin. Hey, drink water.
Any stress melts away and dissolves into a dreamlike haze. You're no longer worried or tense about anything. This peace even spreads to your essential organs,
So you forget to
slowing
breathe.
your breath, soothing and slowing your intestines. Your chest rises and falls like the gentle waves of a quiet shore. You're sailing a sea of calm and
You're wrong, narrator. Why are you promoting drugs, gang? You making this shit look way too nice right now. You're supposed to be making this look scary so others know what to watch out for. She got me feeling like when I was back in 3rd grade watching one of those those little yoga things on Class Dojo. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Breathe in, breathe out. Looking ass.
you're sailing a sea of calm and happiness that feels perfect and eternal. The full load of a strong opioid like heroin for the very first time is one of the most amazing feelings humans can
I'm not
experience.
listening. No.
For a few hours, you're in heaven. And this is exactly the problem.
We might have to try it. We might have to try it, bro. Few hours of heaven? Few hours of paradise? What's gonna happen if you try it once?
Your brain is not equipped to handle anything like it. You feel too good. But nothing lasts forever, and now you're in trouble.
Yep, now you want
just
more.
experienced the best feeling you ever felt. Your brain's reward center is completely fried and can't comprehend what happened. If
That was like a really clever usage of Illustrator, I'm not gonna lie. All jokes aside though, that was like very clever how he made it look extra nice. And then at the end you see like how it turns out, like, you know what I'm saying? I need to have a better vocabulary.
you did felt this good, it has to be amazing for your survival and you should do it again. Except you can never ever feel this good again. This will be your peak life moment forever. You may forever chase this feeling you had this very first time. And now you're back in the regular world with your...
You had me in the first half, not gonna lie, narrator. I thought you were promoting this shit. I thought you were all for drugs. It's clever, bro. That's smart. That's smart of you. What you did was smart, bro.
Oh, yeah, I knew this was happening.
See, now you showing the symptoms of this shit, the after effects.
back in the regular world with your insecurities, where your knee hurts, regular tasting coffee, and having to work hard for happy hormones. Comparison is the thief of joy, and now you have your life to compare to a supernova of bliss.
This really is tragic though, like all jokes aside.
The indescribable feeling comes with a damage to your sense of life and self that may be irreparable. And this is not even the worst. Opioids are incredibly addictive, and the addiction among the worst you can have.
Damn, 10 seconds ago she was just up in heaven. Now she damn near turning into a zombie. And to think that this could all be avoided if you just never pick up drugs in the first place. Addiction is no joke.
The supernova of pain. Once you've taken opioids a few times, your brain has had enough. The cells controlling pain and pleasure are constantly high and drowsy, so it boosts them and makes them hyperactive. This happens very fast, sometimes after a few days of use. You've developed an opioid tolerance, toning down all the nice effects you're doing the drugs to achieve. To feel like before, you'll need way higher doses.
Like I said, man, this could all be avoided if you just never picked up drugs in the first place.
Now, you're at a crossroads. Quit and have your system go back to normal fairly quickly, or keep going and take more.
No, don't
You
listen
take
to
the
the
wrong
devil.
turn. Over the next few weeks, your brain keeps pushing back and you keep taking more. The effects are not quite what they were, but still mildly nice. Until one day, you can't get opioids and realize your body...
Right, you out of money now. That's another thing with heroin. That shit is stupid expensive, right? So how can you expect to pay for it if you're digging yourself deeper into this den? Now you have no source of income, and then you have no money to keep buying that drug. And you're gonna slowly go f***ing crazy over time. It's the Matrix, bro. It's the devil's work itself. Yo, like, when did I get so well spoken? Like, shit. It's those Andrew Tate courses I be taking, I'm telling you.
Day, you can't get opioids and realize your body is now your enemy. Your systems are so hyperactive that they make you feel the opposite of what the drug was doing. Welcome to withdrawal. It all starts with a creeping unease. Instead of being euphoric and happy, nothing feels good anymore. Your coffee is tasty.
Pretty soon you about to be turning into one of those zombies. The ones who always look like they about to fall, but they're never gonna fall.
Your favorite song lame. Your loved ones distant. A storm of negative emotions shatters your sea of calm. Serenity is replaced by anxiety and angst, like something terrible is imminent. Your worries, insecurities, and all the fears you suppressed aren't just back, but amplified into an existential crisis.
The devil's work itself. Don't start that lame ass shit, man. Don't do drugs, bro. We're witnessing this firsthand right now. This is like masturbating. This is like, damn, like what the f did I just do? Like, I know this shit's not good for me, but I keep doing it. That's just the scary thing with addiction, man.
You're so restless you can't sit still. Your heart is beating too fast. You shiver, sweat, hyperventilate. Your pain circuits are now oversensitive, so your bones and muscles ache and hurt for no reason. Old wounds, physical and mental, torture you. You have belly cramps and diarrhea and have to vomit. You're too agitated to rest. A war inside your body that you can't escape.
Bruh.
And of course, there's the craving, screaming for you to make it stop. Your mind and body beg for a hit.
Now I'm like learning the backstory of the crazy crackhead outside that McDonald's drive-thru. Now I feel like I could sit down and actually like talk to him, like sit down on the curb instead of rolling down my window and yelling racial slurs at them. You know, this is a good video, bro. This shit is educational.
In this state for up to 2 weeks, or make it stop right away. Okay, so why not just take heroin forever and feel amazing always?
You broke.
The fun thing is that it doesn't work this way. You get tolerant to the nice effects like euphoria faster than to the bad ones like dangerously slow breathing. So it turns from touching the love center of the universe to mostly drowsy numbness and relief from withdrawal.
Facts.
Now you don't take opiates to get to heaven, but to avoid hell.
Yo, why is he preaching right now? This narrator's starting to sound like my Snap AI. Using all these big ass words and shit. He's starting to sound like my 90% AI generated essay. Bitch ass English teacher.
You're in a prison of your mind and body, unable to connect with all the things that could actually make you feel good. Opioid addiction is brutal and extremely hard to escape.
Not for real.
It should be pretty clear that you need to be extremely careful with any opioids, and if you have the chance to do it for fun, just don't. There's a very real risk that your life might just be over, and that you'll go through hell. Now that we've seen the heaven and hell of heroin, we can get to fentanyl.
Fentanyl, finally.
Fentanyl is really garbage heroin. Everything we just described is true in different intensities for most opioids. They can be great, all of them can be hell. Heroin is just sort of the strongest, except it isn't.
It's not.
Fentanyl is around 50 times more potent than heroin.
And it's way cheaper to make too.
But that doesn't mean 50 times more amazing. Quite the opposite.
Fentanyl
is extremely good at crossing the blood-brain barrier, the firewall that protects your brain from harmful substances. It enters your brain so...
Like, that shit is poison, bro. It's dead-ass poison. I guess you can't really, like, blame fat addicts at the end of the day because they're not really trying to do it on purpose. Most of them just be getting laced. But it's the drugs that are laced in the first place, you know? You're doing drugs, so you deserve getting laced.
Easily, that you get from 0 to extremely high almost instantly. But just as fast as it enters, it leaves again. A heroin high can last 6 hours. One from fentanyl can fade.
Bitch, stop floating. Go back to the floor. Like, you gotta lock up. You got too much shit to get done to be floating around like this. I feel like Eye of Ra right now.
Hey, yo, chill the fuck out, yo. You sitting there playing with the fucking cucumber like that. What the fuck you got going on, yo? Don't ever fucking do no shit like this again.
Don't ever show me some bullshit like that again.
Minutes. Fentanyl doesn't feel as good as heroin. Instead of a supernova of bliss, you mostly get the black hole of nodding away.
Tight shit.
But it comes with all the withdrawal symptoms.
Yo, bro, I wanna be able to talk like this narrator. Like, there's so much like game right there. There's so much swag. Like right now, I'm working on it. I be confusing myself with some of the shit I say sometimes. We getting there though. We getting there.
As a bonus, because fentanyl acts so quickly on your brain, it fries.
Holy shit. Yo, this is what their brains look like. Dude, this shit looks like it's about to jump out the screen and eat me. Don't do drugs unless you want your brain to look like this.
Reward center even more, making it even more addictive than heroin. And since you only need so little of it, it's super easy to overdose and die by accident. It's the deadliest illegal drug in US history by far. Between 2013 and 2023, it killed about 400,000
bro, that's damn near COVID numbers right there.
Americans. Fentanyl really is garbage heroin. Too dangerous, too intense, too addictive, too little fun.
And these are like the streets of Sacramento.
But then why are so many people taking it? Well, actually, nobody wants to. Fentanyl is not for users, it's for dealers.
Bastards.
The house always wins.
Bastards, dude.
Fentanyl is a drug dealer's dream. One truckload could supply the entire US for 1 year. It's cheap.
Fentanyl is a drug dealer's dream. Like, how does he know all this? It's cause he's a drug dealer. This narrator is a renowned drug dealer, I'm telling you. I bet you he's gonna plug his contact information at the end of this video too.
Make and easy to smuggle. Heroin needs plants and fields and way more space. So garbage fentanyl just took over the heroin supply. It might have seemed great for heroin addicts at first, and then its trap snapped close.
Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't book a judge by its...
Don't cover the judge by...
You know, just don't do it.
Don't, whatever, don't do it, just don't do it.
Fentanyl specifically, several studies have found that most opioid users try to avoid it. Even worse, a lot
There is
of
no
people who
avoiding
die
it.
from fentanyl don't take it willingly.
If you're an opioid user, just know you've taken fent, because everything be laced.
Dealers want people to come back for their product, and by adding a tiny trace of fentanyl to any drug, they can make it more addictive.
Exactly.
Even if people don't realize they took an opioid, they'll feel its effects. So
don't feel
dealers
that
started
shit.
to mix all kinds of drugs with fentanyl, turning the entire US drug market into a minefield where any trip can be your...
I mean, like, it's kind of smart though on the drug dealer's part. You could be selling way cheaper shit for way more expensive just by lacing it with some fentanyl. And the users, they're too dumb for their own good. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, yo, this shit, y'all gotta get up on this shit, dude. They're gonna go around their little homeless block talking about, yeah, y'all gotta get up on this shit. And it's cheap too.
last, because way too often they put a bit too much in their mixes. In 2022, the combination with pills, often counterfeit oxycodone and benzodiazepines, accounted for about 20.
Yo, what does this shit even mean? Like, to all the fent users, what does this even mean? You putting shit in your body that you don't even know what half the words mean. Benzodiazepines. What the fuck is that? It sounds like some fruity shit.
And benzodiazepines accounted for about 20% of all fentanyl deaths. In 2023, the US authorities seized 115 million pills with fentanyl.
God damn.
70% contained
Oh
a
my.
lethal dose.
70% of those pills would kill you. Y'all playing with fire if you do drugs, dude.
About half of fentanyl overdoses came where you expected the least, from stimulants like cocaine and meth. A lot of people may have taken these mixes on purpose, but many others
Cocaine laced with fentanyl. Imagine taking that shit. The amount of energy surging through your body. I feel like I'd be able to bench press the whole fucking earth and conquer the sun.
just wanted to party and weren't ready for an opioid surprise. This is especially dangerous because if you've never tried opioids, you can overdose very easily. Fentanyl really has no upsides outside medical use. For dealers and cartels, it means easy profit. For users, it means a worse opioid addiction and a worse life.
Ruining
For people
lives.
who would never ever try it, it can be a death sentence they didn't see coming. No matter how alluring they are, using opioids even in safe settings
I'm about to send this to my friends who vape. This could save them. One thing or another, you know, vaping leads to weed leads to this shit. I could be saving lives, dude.
is playing with fire on the best of days. Fentanyl is a garbage drug that turns this fire into a raging furnace, increasing the risk of death massively. There's really only one conclusion to draw here. If you have the choice, don't step into the supernova of pleasure.
Facts.
Because the danger of it turning into a supernova of pain is just too high.
For real. Shit, more of the story, doing drugs is like watching that one TV show that you know that nothing will ever be better than it. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, kind of like watching Attack on Titan. Right after finishing that shit, you're like, what is going to be better than this anime? Respectfully, nothing, bro. You've just spoiled yourself. Amazing video, though. This shit, very educational. Let me know what y'all favorite drug is in the comments below. Road to 10K, man. 10K subs. Sub up. We hitting 10K before the end of this summer. On Phone and Grave. On Phone now. On Vaughn and now. On 3 and now. On BD. On some shit, dude. Like, y'all boys stay safe, man. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace out.